Still reeling from the encounter with Monica, I reach my street with groceries in tow. The bags themselves aren't hefty, but I feel like my arm is going to give out. This is what I get for not sleeping or eating well for that matter. To be honest, I'm not doing anything well at this point. Walk to the front door and shove it open with my good shoulder. Hauling the bags over into the kitchen, I lift them up before settling down on the counter. One of them sloshes over to the side, with a carton of cupcakes both now sliding out in plain view. Almost immediately, Natsuki's arm reaches around me and snatches it away. Yoink. Hey, I was planning on making some actual food first, you know. A little appetizer wouldn't hurt. She shrugs her shoulders. Well, I didn't know what kind of chocolate you preferred, so I got cupcakes instead. Hey, I'll take anything at this point. Thanks. No worries, Natsuki. If you really want to know though, white chocolate rules over all. Duly noted. Well then, if you don't mind me, I'll go ahead and cook us some dinner. Hey, wait, I'll come and help. Now stay put, I'll handle it. You sure about that? Just because I can't bake doesn't mean I can't cook. I mean, I'd be pretty done for if I didn't know living alone and all. Fair enough, just don't burn the house down, okay? I did just move in after all. Aha, very funny. If you smell smoke, you know what it is. I grabbed the apron sling over the oven door handle and tied it around my waist. You're laughing at me. That is amazing. Wish I had my phone with me because this is art. Either I wear it or you do. Well, yeah. At least I can put a lid off. Sure. Well, I'm gonna find something fun to watch. You work your magic, okay? Chuckles as she heads back into the living room. Alright, cooking skills don't fail me now. Well, it's not the worst thing I've ever made, but it's certainly not my proudest meal. I hope it's serviceable. Take the plate in and bring them both into the living room. Natsuki, who annoyed, rushes up and snatches her plate at my hand before returning to her seat. I rest my meal on my lap. Picks up a fork and knife and gets ready to eat. Start digging into my own plate. It's not exactly the best meal I've eaten, but it works. I take a glance at Natsuki, curious as how she's liking it. She's tearing through it at a limited pace. I don't know what I expected, but I guess edible is more than enough for me. Nat, take a breath, jeez. This is so good. I might have just underestimated your cooking. She's eating as she speaks. Didn't catch any of that. Pauses for a second before firmly swallowing her food. What I was trying to say is, this is pretty good. It's not my best, but I appreciate it. This isn't your best? I can whip up some pretty mean instant noodles. And suddenly I have no regrets coming here. Regrets? It was just a joke, Echo. I shouldn't be getting worked up about it. That's a relief. Oh, by the way, probably best you didn't come to the store with me. Yeah? How come? Ran to Monica. She was stocking up on snacks for this surprise party for Sayori. It was supposed to be today, but when I told her I was going to be a no-show, she moved it to Monday. Suki stopped eating for a moment. Huh? Something about that rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah? Listen, I don't know Sayori as well as you, but just... Look, imagine if everyone knew about my situation. And they decided to throw me a surprise party telling me everything would be okay. And they don't really know anything about what I'm going through. Honestly, I'd be kind of annoyed. It just seems really patronizing to me. I don't know, I'm not sorry, maybe she would like it. I hadn't thought of it like that. Just my 2 cents. Maybe you could bring it up with Monica? I don't know, Monica seemed kind of out of it today. She's stressed out, that's for sure. After all the stuff with Sayori, the festival falling apart, people missing the club, she might just need something to go right, you know? Like you said, Sayori's not like you. Maybe she'll appreciate it. We can only hope. Yeah. Haven't demolished her meal as she moves to a plate off her lap and onto the coffee table. Meanwhile, I'm only halfway done, so yeah. You gonna finish that? Actually, yes I am. If you're still hungry, you've got that chocolate in the kitchen. Now I was just messing with you. Thanks for reminding me about the chocky though. I'll get to that soon enough. He stands up, grabbing a dish and disappearing into the kitchen with it. Fallout? Hey Nat? Yeah? You know Monica still wants us to write our poems, so we should sit down and do that at some point. I'll do you one better. He appears in the doorway empty-handed. How about we do our poems separately, then we save them for the club? That could be exciting. But it means you don't get to read all the trash drafts of it. That's the fun part. Sure it is. Did Monica specify a theme? She did, but it relied on everyone in the club cooperating. And since we weren't there, She quiet for a moment, silently brainstorming. Before long, I break the silence. Honestly, I might just go and make a start on mine now. Yeah, you do that. I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Thanks for dinner, it was pretty good, as far as I was expecting from you. I finished my food and placed the plate down on the nearby coffee table. Well, if you're going to live in my house, it's not like I'm going to leave you unfed. I started glaring to the gourd about my poem. Out of nowhere, I feel Natsuki's tight embrace. I turned the gesture. For a few seconds, she pulled herself away. Good night. Good night. I climbed the stairs, slowly leaving my line of sight. I wonder what that was about. Anyway, I should probably get to that poem before I call it a night. I start heading upstairs myself. As I reach the hall, I catch one glass glimpse of Natsuki closing the door to the spare room. Entering my room, I take a seat at my desk and pick up a pen, begin tapping at the paper as I get lost in my own thoughts. Saturday the 30th of September. I'm really awakened by the irritating yap of my alarm even though it's Saturday. I haphazardly swipe at it in an effort to turn it off. In my days, all I managed to do is knock everything off my nightstand, including the alarm. Still beeping, I force myself out of bed to shut it off once and for all. And since I'm already up, I opt to start my day earlier than expected and head downstairs. I trudge into the living room and sink into the couch. As the cushy softness takes me in, I find myself feeling at ease with the calm, tranquil silence washing over me. For now, I'm only left with my thoughts and the beautiful morning sunshine coming through the window. Considering the events of the past few days, this is exactly what I need. I can finally relax and think cleanly for once. No panic, no stress, no... My trailer force drift off as the creaking of floorboards yank me from my peace. Looks like Natsuki's awake. Turn to face as she groggily walks down the steps. Morning, Nat. She rubs her eyes and let her yawn. Hey, Echo. What you doing up so early? Glance at the clock, it's only 8 in the morning. It's not that early, you know. It is for you. Hey. She shrugs her shoulders as a smile creeps onto her face. I don't know, you just seem like the type to sleep through half your Saturday. Am I wrong? Well, no, not really. Yeah, figures. What? Which figures? Well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make something. Stomps her way to the kitchen. Even the comfort of the couch, I reluctantly follow her. You got bacon and eggs yesterday, right? Yes. Grabs the apron. Okay, I see why she's laughing at us. Handle and puts it on. Then let's make some bacon and eggs. Take a good look at her. Suki in the apron. Oh no. She does pull it off. Hey, stop ogling and start helping. That's not... I am not. Never mind. What do you need me to do? How good are you with making bacon? as good as I can be, I guess. Stop being so wishy-washy. Gotta have pride in the things you're good at. I don't exactly take pride in my cooking, Nat. Don't sell yourself short, Echo. Even I gotta admit, last night's dinner was pretty good. I'm happy you liked it. You should be. Natsuki's seal of approval is a rare artifact sought out by many. I bet. Right, I gave you enough positive reinforcement, now go make some bacon. Yeah. So, take out 2 large plates from the washing rack by the sink. Grab the bacon strips and lay them out in a cold pan. Make sure to keep them somewhere close together. I slowly turn up the heat. Now it's time to wait until they start to sizzle. Echo, you forgot these. Huh? What did I forget? She throws a pair of tongs my way. Of course, tongs. How did I forget that? How would you like your eggs? I like them scrambled. Good choice. Nice to know I'm not living with a complete idiot. What's the wrong answer? Poached. Still good, but by far the worst as far as eggs go. So, yeah, you're still an idiot. I just can't catch a break, can I? I can't get soft on me. Oh, soft, says the girl who has an entire Parfait Girls box set. Parfait Girls is amazing. Even you like the series. Sure, but I don't have an entire box set though. Not like you'd want one in the first place. Well, yes and no. And what does that mean? I wouldn't want one of my own, because I wouldn't imagine reading it about you. I could hear a pin dropping across the kitchen. To salvage the sounds I pipe up. Well, you know, I just enjoy your enthusiasm for it. Sure. Yeah, all I'm saying is it's cute how interested you are in the story. Grabs an egg and crack it on the rim of the bowl, dropping the yolk perfectly inside. See the egg, Echo? Yeah. That's gonna be a skull after I'm done with you. That's a bit brutal. Oh wow, I'm so scared. You should be. I pay no attention to these empty threats. Bacon starts to buckle and curl. Grabbing the tongs, I drag and turn the strips, trying to get them as crispy as possible. I'm a bit tense as the fat flats around, ready to burn me if I'm not careful. I should be fine as long as I keep my distance. You know, I was looking for paper to write my poem on last night, but guess what I found instead? Oh, please enlighten me. Freehold Stark's a very bad Shonen manga. What's it called again? Is this her sweet revenge? That manga is great. People only hate it because it's popular. Or maybe, just maybe, you just have really bad taste. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's not as bad as people. Ow. Oh no, I feel a burning sensation in my arm. I think I got hit by splattering bacon grease. Careful, Echo. Yeah. I just got caught off guard. Alright. It turns the attention back to the eggs. This is so embarrassing. Let's just get this over with so I can take a long shower. Maybe even a cold shower. Okay, maybe not. I'm not a psychopath. Maybe if I'm lucky, maybe she'll slip up too and I won't look like a total idiot. Get back to my bacon strips, defeated for now. If they're starting to look really crispy, I keep moving them with my tongs just to make sure I got every spot. Eventually, I deem them prepared enough and start distributing them between the 2 plates. Any idea for drinks? Something hot. Well, I've got coffee, I've got a packet of green tea. Ooh, have you got hot chocolate? I'll go check if you got some. Open the cabinet and eventually I find a box of hot cocoa powder. I start boiling the kettle. Water. I guess we're in luck. I take up the box, shaking it in front of Natsuki. She smiles at me while she continues to scramble the eggs. I open the cabinet and take out 2 mugs, one pink and one red. I don't need to ask where the bright pink mug with cat ears came from. Natsuki is preparing what seems to be almost the most fluffy serving of scrambled eggs I've ever laid my eyes on. She places the plates of eggs on the table as I continue to tend to our drinks. Hey, Echo, come here. I want to teach you something. You see these wonderful crispy looking bacon strips? That was a lot more positive than I was expecting. They're missing something. And what would that be? Seasoning. That's how you bring a dish together. Proper seasoning. Yeah, I didn't know you were supposed to season bacon strips. Well, if you're going to season it, you should do it before you fry it up. Always like sriracha and same seed, ma'am. Excuse me. I apologize for that. I'm back when I used to. She signed for the moment before popping back up. But hey, live and learn. Some fresh ground black pepper and some garlic salt will do for now. Season away then, Master Chef. Starts looking through the cabinets, eventually taking out 2 containers of multi-coloured powder. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they do, and I don't know where they came from. Have they always been there? I really need to take a better track of what I have. With a pinch of each of the powders, she starts to distribute them along with the strips. From where I'm standing, it looks like some kind of evolved witchcraft. Hope she's not trying to poison me. There's a difference between my cooking and hers. She does it for the art, I do it to survive. Well, I do it to survive. I do try to survive at least. She slowly steps away from the dishes. It's ready. Let's just get the drinks finished up and we'll dig right in. Put the whole cocoa powder in the mug and pour the boiling water in. Mix the contents with a teaspoon, making everything even. I'll quickly prepare my coffee as well. She goes on and heads into the living room. With a cup of coffee in hand, I follow, ready to enjoy a lavish breakfast. Up to the couch, I place a drink on the coffee table in front of her. She takes a whiff of hot chocolate. Can't help but take a note of the resulting smile. Echo, did you switch out drinks? Nope, there's coffee in this, hot chocolate in that. Why'd you ask? Why did you pour your coffee into the bright pink mug with cat ears? Because obviously a bright pink mug with cat ears is the estimate of manliness. Bursts into laughter, cracking away at my dumb joke. I crack a smile. The smell of freshly cooked breakfast, sunlight pouring through the windows, the steam entertaining from our hot beverages, eating across me still laughing. It's weird. All of it's happening right now, but somehow already feels nostalgic. I start digging in. Let's start with the bacon. I need to see how well my efforts have fared. After a few bites, I conclude it was just good enough. It seemed appropriate for something I made. Look, as you guys see her take a taste of the bacon. Seems to have taken notice of me trying to gauge her opinion. That bad, huh? What? No way! But decent at least. Okay, let's see how your eggs are before you talk big game. Please do. Take a portion of scrambled eggs and stuff it into my mouth. Oh my, these eggs are great. I couldn't hear you. Could you speak up? These eggs are great. What? These eggs are great. Ah, that's better. Told you. Yeah, don't rub it in. Take a sip from my mug. This bright pink cat-eared mug. Hey, can I ask you something? Sure, what's up? This mug's yours, right? Yeah. Why did you bring this of all things? Kind of a dead weight, isn't it? Surely you could use that space for something. As I trail off, Natsuki glares at me. It is not dead weight. Sorry, I was just asking. If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. Take another sip from the mug. Fidgets in her seat before speaking. Christmas gift. From Dad. Oh. I set the mug down on the table. Sorry. Don't worry about it. But apart from that, it's just a plain old mug. Fair enough. I habitually go for another sip, but catch myself before putting it back down. So what's the plan then? Dunno. Not much to do when we're stuck here. Buffet girls? Maybe later. I don't know how much more I can take of cute girls doing cute things. I seen enough of that this morning alone. Oh, what? Are you going to read your very lowest common denominator manga instead? And suddenly I've stuck with a genius idea. No, Natsuki. I won't read it. We're going to read it. No, absolutely not. Come on, I read Buffet Girls. You liked it. Maybe you like mine. Maybe I won't. Okay, then here's the $1 million question. You literally got anything better to do? There's like 60 volumes. Let's be real, I probably won't be able to finish it in my lifetime. That's what I said at first, but I sat down and binged the entire series in 3 sessions. Yeah, see, I have this thing called a life. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry, that came out so wrong. I was only trying to joke. That came out so wrong. Joke. Don't even start. Right, I'm sorry. You know, if you wanted, we could change things up here. We could go for a little walk around the neighborhood, get some fresh air, you know. Being cooped up in can't be that good for you. I see where this is going. I love to go out. Don't take offense, Echo, because your house is nice. But being stuck here sucks. But you know, there is a small teeny issue of my dad. What if he's in the neighborhood? What do we do then? He lives on the other side of town. He's not going to find himself in some random suburban around here. What if he knows I'm with you? And how would you know that? I don't know. You're right, of course. I just can't shake the feeling. If you're scared of your dad so much, why keep the mug? What does that have to do with anything? I'm curious. Why would you keep a memento from him? And Natsuki flinches back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push this on you. You wanted to hear it, so... This stupid mug's probably the closest thing to a Christmas gift he got me in years. I don't know why he picked a mug of all things, must have been bare minimum. I guess he gave me some kind of reassurance that even despite, well, everything, he's still my dad. How can you say that when he still beats you? I don't understand how you can just... I can't help it. Being stuck with this douche my whole life has done this to me. Bid you complacent is what is done is done. I don't know how hard it's going to be, but you know, you need to let it go, right? I mean, not the mug, literally, but him. The person who ran away from him, you're sticking up for him a whole lot. And suddenly I realised, wait a minute, did you not let me call the police because you didn't want to put your father and your dad in prison? What? No. It's a lot more complicated than that, okay? In fact, haven't we already been through this? Well, yeah, but... I just never got your lack of faith in the police. I never got your lack of faith in the police department. I mean, surely they'd do something if you made a report. You would think that, wouldn't you? I tried to a few years ago. Went to them, told them everything I could. And nothing. Not a call or follow-up. Nothing. Nothing at all. They took my statement, I guess, but I never heard back. I guess in the long term I should have count my blessings that he never found out. I couldn't even say I'd be here if he had. Tense sound washes over us as her mind races with the gruesome possibilities. She glares at the ground and back at me. You get it now? I mean, if he found out I was here, I'd be done for. And you'd be stopped in her tracks. You'd be, she waves her hand on her face. You'd be just as done for as me. I shouldn't have listened to you. What do you mean? Coming here was a mistake. My eyes widening at the sound of her words. To think she regrets how far we've come. I look off to the side to collect myself before facing her and responding. Why do you think that? I mean, aren't you better off here than dealing with him? Obviously, but... what if he finds me with you? You might end up getting hurt. That's just it, though. How would he even find us? He's on the other side of town. I know that alone isn't much, but it does make a difference. But he doesn't know who I am, let alone where I live. I know you being here puts me at risk as well, but what other options is there? And it may be past the point of no return for you to go back. But in a month's time, you won't have to worry about him ever again. So all we can do is look ahead and try to get through this. Yeah? But another word, and Sayori stands up and makes her way upstairs. Into the spare room, I'm guessing. I remain plated in seat, running my hands through my hair. What on earth was I thinking? Bringing up her dad like that? It wasn't my place. Stand up and consider following her, but I stopped myself from my chance. Opting to occupy myself with something, I head into the kitchen and start transferring yesterday's clean but damp washing into the dryer. Did I mess this up? Don't think so. I'm doing the right thing. No, I am. Sure, there may be a few kinks we need to iron out, but better than leaving her with him. I get the last of the clothes into the dryer and start fiddling with the options. Having configured it to the fastest option I could find, I press the start and the machine quickly rumbles to life. But what do I do? How can I fix this? My mind is immediately jumps to Sayori. She might know. Sayori always had a knack for cheering people up. But maybe I shouldn't involve her with this. I can't use her as an emotional crutch. Especially not when she can barely keep herself together. Maybe Yuri? No, she can't know. I guess I can make up some kind of story to explain to her. But even so, how much relationship advice would Yuri be able to give? So about Monica, I imagine she'd probably know the most about, well, not relationship but friendship advice. But she has more enough on her plate already. Don't just stress her out anymore. Well, look like I'm on my own here. What would Natsuki appreciate? I can make her dinner, but it's not like that firm anything. I don't think I was ever expected. I don't think I was ever expected to not feed her. Maybe I could buy a new volume of Parfait Girls. Nah, that seems a little bit too materialistic. Not to mention those volumes can get really pricey. I'm not sure how the money to burn and stuff like that. Noticing the dryer had quiet down, I assumed that it's finished the job. That was fast. Open the dryer under the sink, I grab a large bag and start stuffing the new dried clothes into it one by one. As I get to the last of the clothing, something catches my attention. Natsuki's blazer, the sleeve ripped at the seam. So he looks up from the copy package she's entrenched in. Oh. Hey Echo. Hi. Do you need something? I just want to check up and see how you're holding up. I'm fine. That's good. I've got your clothes here, by the way. I have the bag in the room prepping against the suitcase. Oh, thanks. Please try to shut the door to the room by stopping with my foot. You mind? Wait, left eye peeks out from the crevice left by the door. What? So blade through the gap. I saw this when I was going through the clothes. I thought if you're up to it, maybe I could try to fix it up. I dug out some old sewing stuff from my parents' old room, got it down, set up downstairs. Would you have to go to school on Monday, so slowly opens the door. Sounds annoyed, leaning on his rims. Do you even know how to sew? First time for everything, I guess. I crack a shaky smile. I know a bit about it, but I've never actually sewn anything. Guess we learn together then. She lobs Perfect Girls into the futon before handing the blazer back to me. Yeah. Take the lead, heading downstairs. To reach the living room, I take a seat on the couch, pointing towards the stuff on the table. String, needles, this thing. Motion towards I can only describe as a thumb-sized cheese grater. Thimble? Sure, yeah, probably. Looks like everything we need. Short of a sewing machine anyway. Good. Lay it down on the table and start moving the sewing utensils to the side to make space for it. Is it beside me? So what's first? Well, why don't you try threading the needle? You need to thread the needle first before we can actually sew it. just as soon as I figure out what you mean. Besides picking up the string and needle. Look, you see the needle? The top. The little hole? Yeah. Now you take the thread, it's called a thread, not a string, and you push it through the hole. Alright. Hands them both to me. Take one hand and the thread in the other. Close an eye very slowly to poke the thread through it. You overshoot, just barely missing the hole. Ugh. Try again, even slower this time. Just for a second, it appears that it's gone through the hole. Yes. Okay, what now? So you tie it up. Hold that and play. Oh, come on. While distracted, my hand drifted away, pulling the thread back with it. Man. You want me to give it a try? Nah, I'll get it eventually. Okay, one more go. A very delicately, deliberately movements. Nice and slow. Nearly. You have to be kidding me. I sneezed. Hey, that wasn't my fault. It's the dust. This stuff is ancient. Ugh, it's fine. Now where's the needle? I think I dropped it. In the carpet? Yeah, I'll use this one. Drop the needle from the pub and Asuki stops me. Why don't I give it a try? I mean, how hard could it be? Pausing for a moment to contempt, she pipes up again. Well, I suppose I can have a crack at it. Sure, anything I can do in the meantime? Ponders for a second. Not really? Oh. She starts an attempt to thread the needle as I awkwardly stare at her hand movements. You keep missing the hole. Yeah, let me help. You hold the hand up to steady it. Then she inserts the thread into the hole. There you go. Thanks, I'll take it from here. Let's go as she begins to loop the thread around the needle, tying a knot. Ah, see? There we go. Where's my hand ready for a high five? She shakes her head, not willing to leave go of the needle. Which, thinking about it, makes total sense. I saw me lower my hand. She begins running the needle through the blazer, connecting it and the sleeves. Each time her nose she tense up. Brief sweat stays down her foreface. I should probably help out. So how I give it a shot now? You sure you won't mess it up? Eh? Mostly? Good enough. You know what to do? Yeah, I've been watching. There you go. She hands me the needle, careful not to pull on it too hard. Taking over, I pull the jacket sleeve and hold it over the seams. Carefully I push the needle through, pulling it to the other side. You managing? Just being careful. Push it back up towards me and repeating the process. Hey, now you're getting the hang of it. I know, right? I surprised myself a little. Truth be told, you surprised me too. I'm full of surprises. Gross. Chuckle escapes me. Asuki balls up her fist, shooting me a threatening look. I fake a look of fear, followed up with a grin. Reinforcing my attention to the blaze, I continue my sewing efforts. As I'm moving the needle through the sleeve, I accidentally pick my finger. Ow. Instinctively, I go to suck the blood from my horrific injury. You idiot, this is what this is for. Showed at the thimble. Why didn't you give me that before I started? I didn't think you'd mess it up again. Just hand it over. Hand over the blaze and continues where I left off. Eventually we're finally done with our botched attempt at sewing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, as that would really help me grow. Anyway, thank you and goodbye. Have a good day.